Well, what the world needs right now is laughter, right? I think you would agree with that. We need that more than ever. And our next guest today is on a mission to make people laugh in all 50 states. Joining me today is renowned stand-up comedian Reena Calm, ahead of her stop in Louisville for a very special performance. Reena, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
It's great to catch up with you, right? Like, you're no stranger to our show. You've been on before. So I understand you've had a wild ride here this last year since the last time on the show. Kind of get us up to speed on what you've been up to.
Well, it's great to be back in the studio. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. Last time I was here was in 2019. And I'm coming back now to record my first comedy album, which I'm super excited about. It's something that I was kind of working towards before everything shut down. I set a goal to perform in all 50 states because I figured I want to be able to confidently say this has been tested everywhere, this material. And we're going to just leave it at 47, put a pin in that, and lay down some tracks while we have. Yeah,
that's
47
good enough.
Is good, pretty good. Yeah.
What is life like on the road for you right now? Oh, here's a picture. I think this may sum it all up. Tell us what we're looking at here. It's a picture of you in front of your car. Yeah, I think something broke down here.
Yeah, well, that's just for photo effect. It was running pretty well that day. But yeah, I built a camper in the back of my Prius, which is like, if I was even an inch taller, it wouldn't work. Plus, I'm back there with I think I have a big wardrobe for a hobo and quite a lot of merch in there. So people that make Prius campers have a lot more space than I'm working with for my needs, but I got lots of my books back there and stuff like that. So it's an interesting camper, and there's a full tour of it on YouTube if anybody wants to look that up.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, otherwise it's not glamorous, I guess would be a way to put that. I'm very comfortable at a truck stop or a Walmart. Feels like home. I try to make the most of the grind of traveling by seeing as many national parks and cool things as I can to break up some of the flying J's and things like that.
Talk a little bit about the tour and the topics you discuss when you're on the stage. You're calling the tour the Calmity Tour, and puns are a big part of your act. Tell us all about that.
Well, I put out a book of puns in 2018, and that's just kind of been my natural writing style. Some people really love puns. I always say my book is like dad jokes my father doesn't care for. So the puns just kind of became a part of it. And the album itself, I mean, there's wordplay and puns throughout it, but it's a lot of autobiographical material based on a lot of life lessons. Let's call them lessons and not mistakes. And relationships and things like that. It's definitely not a show that's suitable for all ages, but a very good time for adults. And yeah, I have also just got a bunch of stuff in there right now I'm working on from my travels, stuff I've seen around the country and observations. And yeah, it's just such a weird moment that we're in. So I definitely am going to try to not talk about the pandemic, but really freeze this moment in time as best as I can.
And I think people are just looking forward to laughing and having a good time. And we're looking forward to having you here in Louisville for a special performance. What can people expect at that show?
Well, I'm really excited to be doing it in Louisville because after traveling everywhere, I really felt like Louisville had this perfect vibe of being just really in the middle. And I mean that in the best way. It's it's the South, but one time I asked a guy if it was the Midwest or the South, and he got really upset about that.
That's fighting words.
I mean, yeah, I just think it's silly because we're all kind of in this together, but everybody gets kind of territorial about where they're from. So I wanted to do something that felt really central. And as soon as I came to Planet of the Tapes, I knew this was the spot for me because, I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so I grew up with VHS tapes, and there's so much movie nostalgia here and things like that. It's right by Mile Wide Brewery. If nobody's been, it's a very cool venue. So yeah, it all just kind of felt like as soon as I was here, I just knew this was the spot. And they're just great about comedy here. I mean, they do all kinds of shows here, improv and all kinds of things like that. So anywhere that loves comedy, I'm excited to be. And it's
Well,
a
Reena,
very
we're
intimate
so
space.
excited to welcome you. Once again, you have the chance to be a part of Reena Calm's live album recording. She's going to be performing at Planet of the Tapes off Barrett Avenue, January 14th and 15th, starting at 8 p.m. And of course, you can keep up with Reena's comedy at reenacalm.com and on Instagram.